Most technology asks nature to pay for its ambition. It extracts energy, attention, personal data, and power. Its language is often clean, but its structure is frequently greedy and selfish. Centralised platforms, hidden incentives, and systems that grow by taking more from the world than they return. Self begins from a different question. What if technology learned from life? Nature does not store the intelligence of a forest in one tree. It distributes responsibility. It senses locally, it adapts, it recovers, it survives because the whole is not owned by one fragile centre. And that is the mission. Meaningful participation, usefulness, privacy, and coordination that respect energy, not another platform extracting rent while calling itself neutral plumbing. The other half of the idea matters just as much. Any hospital, insurer, startup, or government that needs to trust at scale can launch its own fully decentralised foundational chain. It's not one rented from a vendor who controls the keys, but rules the community owns. They do it as a constellation of self. Networks that plug into one shared design so no one has to reinvent the basics alone or stay locked in brittle one-off stacks. Every user's browser can participate as a node. Every node will help build, vote, verify, and strengthen the network. As participation spreads, the economic shift compared to one giant cloud. Work moves to many nodes, but close to where it is needed. You grow by spreading out rather than only building bigger and bigger data centres. And the extra cost for each unit of trustworthy agreement can actually go down. While a single mega provider mainly offers a bigger invoice as you scale, phones, laptops, and edge capacity that would otherwise sit unused become part of a shared resilient network, not waste you pay top dollar to rent away. Proof of AI steps off the old models where security meant burning energy or stockpiling wealth. It points toward usefulness, efficiency, and coordination that can adapt when conditions change. AI is not the master of the system. It is a tool for making the network more useful. The next era of computing will be shaped by energy. AI demand, strained power grids, computing close to where people live, renewables and gear spread across many sites are coming together at once. When coordination can run on a network that grows as people take part, growth does not have to mean only another megawatt in a single warehouse. It can mean many local links, careful use of power, and backup paths if one site fails. Self has been aimed at that world. Where that picture meets real life, 12 sectors face the same flip, from systems that extract to systems that hold their ground. Finance, money and settlement without one entity taxing every handshake. Healthcare, constant and clinical proof that travel with the person, not whoever owns the computer system. Supply chain, a record of where things came from and went that the next broker cannot quietly rewrite. Government, public records and services people can check without giving the state sweeping surveillance in exchange. Energy, grids, green credits, and shifts in demand that are measured, local and shared, not every megawatt forced through one choke point on the map. Law, contracts and evidence tied to what was promised and what was done, not who controls the filing cabinet. Property, ownership and tenancy grounded in the place itself, not erased when an office system crashes or freezes people out. Education, qualifications the learner keeps, not a login sold back by a platform that locked the credential in. Media, payment and credit that follow the creator, not whatever company hid who actually made the work. Insurance, claims that settle on facts everyone can see, not on who can store the longest. Agriculture, food you can trust from soil to shelf, rewarding the land and the people who work it, not only the logo on the package. Automotive, mileage, battery health, safety recalls, facts tied to the vehicle itself, not trapped in one car maker's database. Natural technology must work beyond metaphor. It must make the systems people depend on more accountable without making them more controlling. Privacy is not a premium feature. Participation is not a privilege. Efficiency is not a slogan. The future does not need another platform that feeds on everything around it. It needs a system that can live.